It has robbed the rest of the world of their wealth. It has suctioned the wealth of the world, vacuumed the wealth of the world, so that the rest of mankind is now poor, and the West is filthy rich.
People. It is a lie. They even changed the definition of that in the dictionaries. But when you recognize that and you recognize that they were enslaved, then you can truly have truth. So
the heroes. For the first time in modern history, America doesn't seem to care about that. Like, you've got a situation now where you go online and you see that it's now very difficult for even the most gung-ho American patriots.
So a man who predicted the war between Iran, Israel, and the US predicted in the 90s is saying that Africa will be the only safe haven for the world. Africa is going to be the only place that will be safe for everyone. And also I have other Americans sharing their views on the war going on between Iran, Israel, and the USA. The consequences and what's the truth about all these things that is happening. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the video, watch, come back and talk.
Number one on the list for survival, apart from Israel and the territory around Israel, number one on the list for survival after the Great War is Africa. And when we study this subject, we realize that Allah is speaking about the modern West, this civilization. And it refers to nuclear war. So we came to the conclusion, there's a little book at the back of the hall entitled The Quran, the Great War, and the West, small book. And in that book we have argued that in the Great War which is coming, the modern West will be destroyed because it is laden with sin. It has robbed the rest of the world of their wealth. It has suctioned the wealth of the world, vacuumed the wealth of the world, so that the rest of mankind is now poor, and the West is filthy rich. But the money, the wealth over here is dripping with the blood of the people. And in this part of the world, the decadence of the society has reached asfalus safilin, the lowest of the low, where a man can now openly marry another man and get a marriage certificate. You can't go lower than that. And so this civilization is destined for destruction. How many scholars of Islam are saying that today? Do you know anyone? So now, if the modern West is going to be destroyed, and Russia and China are going to be damaged but not destroyed, who will survive? And number one on the list for survival, apart from Israel and the territory around Israel, number one on the list for survival after the Great War is Africa. So Africa may not be important before the Great War, but after the Great War, Africa suddenly will shoot up in importance. That's why my topic today is so important, because the presidents and the prime ministers and the kings and the tribal chiefs who rule over the African people now, despite the native knowledge that they have, do not have a knowledge of eschatology, because there are no teachers teaching it. So they don't know what I've just said, that in a post-Malhama world, Africa shoots up in importance. And Israel, after the Great War, will now make a bid to establish what I call Pax Judaica, in succession to Pax Americana, which itself succeeded Pax Britannica. But I am telling you things that you already know if you have been following my lectures.
This message is for everyone who DM'd me today. Hold, I'll get back to it. The Israeli government is a rogue state. They are responsible for civilian deaths, the bombing of children, attacking their neighbors, rising anti-Semitism, suppressing Palestinians, stealing homes, using pedophilia as a weapon, war crimes, regime change, murder. At this point, I can't name another country that can come close to Israel. They hold the crown.
Say it again.
So, I've gotten multiple DMs thanking me for speaking the truth. People saying they can't say the obvious, but I can because I'm Jewish. This post is for all of you. The Zionists control the United States government, whether through blackmail or corruption, bribery. It's not wrong to call that out anymore. Saying these things is not anti-Semitic. It's calling out power and hypocrisy. So please share this with whoever you want. To change the world, we need to change the narrative. We can't be afraid to say it anymore.
Preach!
Here's a little fucking lesson for everybody. The true Jews are the black people, the Hebrew Israelites, the ones that everybody says, oh, they're no. Some of them get lost and say that they're only saved because of their skin. That's not true. Everyone is saved when everyone admits those people were the ones that were enslaved all throughout time. Then you cling to their lineage, not them, but to the father of them. Yahusha was a bronze-skinned man. The Jews of now are white people claiming to be black people. It is a lie. They even changed the definition of that in the dictionaries. But when you recognize that, and you recognize that they were enslaved, then you can truly have truth, so you can be accepted by the Father. His name is Yahuwah. The whole J or Jew term was conned by the Khazarians, the Germans, and the Ashkenazis. And it's a lie. You're not saved by skin, you're saved by faith, but you have to recognize what skin had it. Shem was a dark man. That's it. Stop feeling guilty and just read.
Yep, so Israelis are panicking, trying to get into bomb shelters, but let's not forget what happened the last time Israel went after war or tried to fight Iran. The last time Iran was bombing the shit out of Israel, we saw videos of Africans denied access to shelters. My Nigerian people, my fellow, we are the Jews, Igbo Jews. Where the fuck are y'all right now? I can assure you, none of y'all are in a fucking shelter right now. Igbo Jews, Israel. Y'all getting bombed the fuck out. The Chinese, I remember a Chinese man making a video saying there's no group of people he hates on this planet like Israelis, how Israelis were not allowing anybody into a bomb shelter. Again, I remember vividly, there was a bunch of people standing outside, a lot of them not even black, non-white, but they're just non-white and non-Jew. But anyways, as we can see, Israel is panicking because everyone needs access to bomb shelters.
Americans, this video is specifically for the United States. How does it feel being the bad guy? How does it feel being the villain? You know, we know that the United States and Trump and Israel have now attacked Iran and started a war that didn't need to be started. This is after a string of attacks all across, the world and so on and so forth. And I want to ask Americans that how does it feel officially being the bad guy? Because you see, what the United States have been doing for the last 100 years, more than 100 years actually, because if you count the UK and propaganda and how the British colonialism worked and so on and so forth, one of the most important aspects of subjugation of the world is the propaganda aspect, to make your own people feel like they are the good guys. That's one of the most important parts of imperialism, for those people who are not aware, is making your people feel like they are the heroes. For the first time in modern history, America doesn't seem to care about that. Like, you've got a situation now where you go online and you see that it's now very difficult for even the most gung-ho American patriots to justify this on purely moral terms. You see, everybody's trying to say that, well, the Iranian people are suffering, they want this. So you're bombing schools? You're bombing schools. So to save people, you're unaliving people. That's what you're doing. It's a very strange thing. And I look at them and I said, look, at the end of the day, none of the things you said you were doing for the sake of the people has been successful. Venezuela, are they prosperous now? Nigeria, are they prosperous now? Are we prosperous now? You've now gone into Iran. Are they going to be prosperous? You're not finishing anything. You're just going in and just dropping bombs and walking away. Dropping bombs and walking away. So for the American people who say, oh, we're doing it for the good of the people. Let me tell you something, guys. When you control every aspect of the media, of the mainstream media, you can make anything seem like anything. So whatever stories you're looking at, the only thing that matters is when you come to the internet and we're having conversations. So again, I ask you Americans, how does it feel to officially be the villain of the world? Leave it in the comments. Oh, and comment podcasts to get into my podcast.
For all intents and purposes, America's military is a proxy army for Israel. We are fighting Israel's wars, Israel's so-called enemies. Israel is the genocide capital of the world. Do you know that since Israel became a state in 1948, over 5 million Palestinians have been killed by Zionist Israel? 5 million. That's a genocide. Yet Hagee and his ilk would tell us that the Ashkenazi Khazarian Jews, most of whom are atheists, living in Palestine today, are God's chosen people. Really? Are you beginning to see the fallacy of it all? Are you beginning to see the foolishness of it all? Are you beginning to realize that somebody is trying to distort truth and propagandize and cause us to believe something that is in direct violation to everything that is of God and everything that is of our Constitution?
What do you think of Israel? Great question. And this is going to be my official stand on Israel. Now, before I show you this and before I tell you about Israel, this has nothing to do with the religion or the religious component of Israel. All right? This has nothing to do with religion. Yes! I don't give a fuck if you're Jewish. That's not the point. I don't give a fuck about that. It's deeper than just your identity and your religion. You ready? This is why I say I don't like Israel. The Balfour Declaration was a 1917 letter from British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to Lord Walter Rothschild, the same Rothschild, the answer, you know, the continuity of the Rothschilds, that pledging British support for a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, issued during World War II. It was a pivotal, controversial document that fueled Zionist aspirations, helped lay the groundwork for the state of Israel, and created lasting conflicts with Arabs' claim to the region. So what it means is that the Palestinians were there first. That was their home. That was their land. And the British decided to bring in people who aren't from there, fund them, make relations to create a Zionist movement in the house of people who are already there. So, what do I think about Israel? Fuck them. I'm never going to support a group of people who occupy other people's land and slaughtered them as if they were the nuisance when they were there first. This has nothing to do with your religion, has nothing to do with who you are. You took land from people who were there first. I will never stand by and support anyone who's okay with that. It's mean, it's inhumane, and it's fucking wrong. Imagine someone walks into your house, shoots your son in the face, backhand your wife and say, you bitches are to stay in this goddamn kitchen. And if you come out of this kitchen and go anywhere in this fucking house, I am going to rain down hellfire. Could you like me? And I'm sure through the generations, you would teach your children to attack me on site, on demand, in 3D. Yes? If not, you're a fucking animal and you're a piece of shit. This concludes my answer to what I think about Israel.
For those whose major complexion is black are excluded from the world to come. And in this world, the minority is addressed. The wicked who are going to be lost in the world to come get compensated, rewarded for their good actions in this world. And the righteous will be punished in this world for the minority of bad actions that they have.
So, in this future world that they're building, if people who have darker complexion or are known as black are not going to see that world, what's going to happen to us? What's the plan for us if we're not part of that world? We're not going to exist in that world. What is the plan for us? What would it take to get Christians, African Christians, to not support Israel? These are the lead. You're busy. God of Israel. These are the Israeli leaders. These are Israeli pastors saying they are building a world where you will not exist. Your presidents are helping them achieve that world by signing deals to get you to breed yourself out of existence. They will sterilize you. You will have a child. You will give your child that thing, injection, and you will watch. You will live and die and watch your child tell you, "I have tried and tried and tried, and I cannot have children." And you will die. Your bloodline will die with your children. Africa's numbers will start going low. They don't have to come in with guns to kill us. They have time. Look how much time it took them to get to this point now. Over how many hundreds or thousands of years? How many times? How many countries have they been kicked out of? That's why Spain right now is, because Spain is very anti-them. Spain doesn't play that shit. Spain is Igbo Jews. You're not part of that plan. You're not part of that world. The greater Israel. Once they get rid of Iran, they start to build a greater Israel. No black people in that world. Their rabbis have multiple videos like this of their people coming out to say, we're not meant to exist by the time they achieve what they're trying to achieve. There should be no black people in this world. Where are we going? Let the black people unite and fight against this. No. I've never seen a time where our women want to breed us out of existence like now. But you can't call it out. You can never call it out. But we are done as a race. The question is, will your white descendants actually remember you?
You see, I've actually heard a lot of predictions from people, prophecies, people saying a lot of things, but Africa is not being mentioned. This is, I think, the only video that I've actually seen this man talking about Africa and also saying what will happen to Africa or what will become of Africa. And I'm so happily hearing this. In the other video, you know, the Jews, they have been predicting they just want to take over the world. That's like their aim. That's what basically they want to achieve, because I don't understand a small country like this controlling the USA. They have a plan and they really have something up their sleeves and what they want to do to this world. I don't know if all of us are going to live to see, but I'm not sure it's something that is going to happen, because listen, this particular war that they've involved themselves in, the Lord God himself is going to determine who becomes the winner, honestly, because this is not right and this is not something that we all called for. Imagine the hardships that this will have on other nations, but they don't care because they have an agenda and they just want to achieve it. They've been doing this since, not today, but as I said, so far as God lives, whatever they want to achieve with this will never come to life, will never come to life. Let's just watch how it unfolds. It has started and let's watch it. Thank you so much for watching.